Secrets of the universe unfold quietly. Yet on September 8 and 9, time itself pauses. These are not ordinary days. They are moments where the unseen threads of destiny tighten, where choices ripple far beyond the present, touching paths yet unknown. Shihing Yi here, and today we step into a sacred threshold. Few recognize a divine window where awareness becomes a shield and presence becomes power. Many live unaware, moving through these days as if ordinary. But the energies of September 8 and 9 whisper warnings and guidance alike. Ancient Shaolin teachings speak of stillness, of alignment between mind, heart, and action. On days like these, even the smallest hesitation or impulsive move can alter the flow of fortune. Yet, within this tension lies immense potential. It is a call to awaken fully, to engage with life deliberately, and to act with conscious mastery. Throughout this video, you will uncover hidden truths that elevate your understanding of these sacred days. We will explore lessons from Shaolin wisdom rarely shared, the subtle patterns of timing that can amplify blessings or reveal hidden challenges, and the art of mindful decision-making that transforms uncertainty into clarity. You will learn how to guard your mind against distraction, embrace presence, and recognize the invisible forces shaping your destiny. Stay with me until the end, for the revelations here are designed to empower, not just inform. They hold the key to navigating these days with purpose and strength, helping you turn potential peril into profound growth. Welcome to Shaolin SoulFire, a place where ancient mastery meets modern life. Subscribe now and join a journey of self-mastery and spiritual awakening, where every choice counts and every moment carries weight beyond the ordinary. Silence speaks louder than any battle cry. Shi Heng Yi here, and in the heart of stillness, truth quietly reveals itself. Ancient Shaolin masters understood this as the first lesson of mastery. Before action, there must be presence. Before decision, clarity. They would sit for hours, motionless, letting the mind unclench, letting the breath guide them into the subtle rhythms of life that most overlook. In the swirl of chaos, when the world presses with urgency and distraction, stillness becomes a sanctuary. It is not merely absence of motion, but a deep alignment of body, mind, and spirit. The masters would teach that a sword swings with precision only when the hand is calm and the mind is steady. Similarly, in the days of spiritual significance like September 8 and 9, stillness allows the unseen patterns of destiny to become visible. Without it, one drifts on impulse, unaware of currents beneath the surface, and even small missteps can set powerful forces in motion. Being still does not mean surrendering to inactivity. It is a deliberate pause, a sharpening of awareness, a tuning of senses to the rhythms often ignored. In these sacred moments, insight arises naturally. Solutions appear where previously there was only confusion. Clarity dissolves the fog of doubt, and decisions flow from wisdom rather than reaction. The Shaolin way reminds us that mastery is born in the quiet spaces between actions, in the mindful breathing that anchors the mind, and in the patient observation that reads both the world and the self with honesty. Prepare for spiritually potent days by cultivating this stillness. Let the mind rest without judgment. Let the body release tension, and let the spirit attune to subtle currents. In doing so, each choice becomes intentional, each step guided, and each moment infused with awareness that can turn ordinary days into thresholds of transformation. The mind is like a wild river, rushing without thought, carrying everything in its path. When untrained, it reacts to every disturbance, fear, anger, desire, without pause or discernment. Ancient masters observed this, knowing that unchecked impulses are the greatest obstacle to harmony. They saw how a single moment of haste could unravel years of effort, or how a fleeting desire could close doors meant to open only under patience and awareness. On spiritually potent days, the consequences of impulsive action become magnified. Decisions made in haste can block blessings or invite challenges that could have been avoided with calm presence. The untrained mind, drawn to urgency and surface appearances, fails to recognize the subtle cues of timing and energy. It is the trained mind, however, that responds instead of reacts. It pauses, observes, and measures before moving. It learns to discern the appropriate course, even in the midst of chaos, and aligns action with intention rather than emotion. Meditation and breath control are the tools of this mastery. By observing the breath, the mind learns to return to stillness, even when storms arise. Meditation cultivates awareness of thoughts without attachment, allowing impulses to pass like clouds across the sky. The Shaolin path emphasizes repeated practice, not perfection. With discipline, even the most reactive mind can become steady, able to act decisively when the moment calls, yet never recklessly. In daily practice, guarding the mind is subtle but transformative. Every pause before speech, every moment of reflection before action strengthens the inner fortitude that carries through spiritually charged days. Over time, the mind no longer dictates the path. It becomes a faithful ally, responsive but not enslaved, calm yet alert, guiding each choice with the quiet power of mastery. True mastery is born not from force, but from harmony. The Shaolin Way teaches that the heart, mind, and action must move as one. When intention is pure, thought is clear, and deed is deliberate, life flows with precision and ease. But when even one element drifts out of alignment, consequences ripple outward, often magnified, especially on days of spiritual potency. The heart may feel compassion, yet the mind may judge too harshly, and the hand may act without care. This fracture between feeling, thinking, and doing creates confusion, missed opportunities, and unintended hardship. Ancient masters observed this in warriors and seekers alike, noting that battles are often lost not to strength of arms, but to discord within. Similarly, in critical moments, a mind divided from the heart, or action divorced from insight, can turn a sacred day into one of regret rather than growth. Alignment begins with awareness. Daily reflection becomes a practice of tuning the self, checking whether thoughts honor intentions, whether feelings guide or cloud judgment, and whether actions truly reflect inner values. Simple pauses before decisions, moments of honest self-inquiry, and mindful attention to patterns of behavior build this harmony over time. Discipline here is subtle. It is not rigidity but attentive presence. The Shaolin approach reminds us that even small acts of alignment, speaking with truth, choosing patience over impulse, moving with deliberate care, strengthen the inner compass. By cultivating this practice consistently, the heart, mind, and action begin to move together naturally, like a well-trained body in motion, responding gracefully to challenge, aware of timing, and capable of embracing the opportunities hidden within sacred days. Through such alignment, life becomes less reactive and more intentional. Each step carries purpose. Each choice reflects inner wisdom, and the currents of destiny flow in harmony with the seeker's own disciplined and mindful path. Certain moments in life arrive quietly, yet carry the weight of destiny. Shaolin teachings speak of these as divine windows, days when the flow of energy aligns with higher forces, offering opportunities for transformation or awakening. They are not marked by spectacle or noise, but by subtle currents that can only be recognized by those who are attentive, disciplined, and aware. These windows demand preparation. The mind must be clear, free from distraction and clutter. The heart must be steady, attuned to intuition and deeper insight. The spirit must remain receptive, open to guidance that is often felt rather than seen. Without this readiness, even the most powerful opportunities can pass unnoticed, their potential lost to haste, ignorance, or inattention. Ancient masters understood that success and enlightenment rarely come through force. Instead, they arise from careful observation and alignment with timing. A warrior who waits patiently before striking, a student who meditates before choosing a path, a seeker who reflects before acting, all exemplify the principle of preparation for the unseen. On sacred days such as spiritually potent moments, this practice is magnified. Small attentions, pausing before speaking, noticing the subtleties of circumstance, listening to inner guidance, can shift the trajectory of life in ways that seem miraculous, yet are born of deliberate awareness. Even a seemingly ordinary choice, when made within a divine window, can alter a path forever. A kind word, a mindful decision, a quiet act of courage or patience, these hold power disproportionate to their appearance. By cultivating presence, reflection, and readiness, one learns to recognize these windows and act within them with clarity. In this way, life becomes less random, more intentional, and each sacred moment becomes an opportunity to step closer to mastery, harmony, and the unfolding of one's highest potential. True presence is more than simply noticing the world around us. It is active engagement with each passing moment, a deep awareness that connects mind, body, and spirit. Ancient Shaolin masters taught that the present is the only place where mastery can unfold. To be fully present is to meet life as it is, without distraction, without judgment, and without fleeing into memories or anticipation. Presence sharpens discernment. When attention rests fully in the now, subtle patterns emerge that would otherwise go unnoticed. Choices reveal themselves with clarity, and the mind can distinguish between fleeting impulses and actions aligned with higher purpose. The untrained mind drifts swayed by emotion or habit, while the disciplined mind perceives opportunity, danger, and timing with precision. On spiritually potent days, this distinction becomes crucial. Each decision carries weight, and the ability to act with conscious awareness can determine whether a path leads to growth or unintended consequence. Grounding practices cultivate this presence. Focused breathing anchors the mind, bringing attention back to the rhythm of life within and around us. Mindful walking, where each step is deliberate and felt, trains the body to follow the mind's steadiness. Even brief moments of quiet observation, noticing the texture of air, the movement of light, or the cadence of thought, can re-establish alignment with the present. The discipline of presence is not achieved instantly. It grows through repeated practice and intention. Each pause, each conscious breath, each mindful step builds resilience, clarity, and awareness. In this cultivated state, life no longer sweeps one along blindly. Instead, every action is chosen. Every perception is heightened, and the currents of time and circumstance are met with discernment and balance. Through presence, one walks deliberately on the path of mastery, fully attuned to the sacred opportunities embedded in each moment. Every action carries weight, often far beyond what the eye can see. The Shaolin tradition teaches that life unfolds through countless choices, each one like a stone cast into still water, ripples spreading in ways both visible and unseen. On spiritually potent days, these ripples are magnified. Even a single thoughtless word or hurried action can shift circumstances, redirect energy, and alter outcomes in profound ways. Shaolin masters emphasize the power of small, disciplined steps. Mastery is rarely the result of grand gestures or impulsive feats. It is built through consistency, attention, and mindful repetition. Each deliberate action strengthens the mind's clarity, the heart's steadiness, and the body's coordination with intention. Conversely, rash steps taken in haste or under emotional turbulence can create consequences that echo far beyond the initial moment, closing doors that might have otherwise opened or attracting challenges that could have been avoided. Understanding the weight of choices transforms decision-making into a sacred practice. It is not merely about avoiding mistakes, it is about honoring the life one has been given. To act consciously is to respect one's own path, to recognize the subtle energies that guide destiny, and to engage with each moment as a teacher. Reflection before action, even for the simplest tasks, cultivates this awareness. The act of choosing with intention becomes a form of spiritual responsibility, a daily exercise in alignment between thought, feeling, and deed. In this way, every decision, no matter how small, is an opportunity to exercise mastery. The ripples of patience, discernment, and discipline spread outward, shaping circumstances and inner character alike. Life, in turn, begins to respond with greater clarity and harmony. By recognizing the weight carried in every choice, one moves through even the most potent days with balance, wisdom, and the quiet power of deliberate action. Life often speaks in mirrors. The challenges we face are rarely random. They reflect the state of the mind, the clarity of intention, and the strength of the spirit. Shaolin philosophy teaches that the world outside is a reflection of the world within. Conflict, frustration, or unexpected obstacles are not punishments, but signals, opportunities to observe, learn, and refine the self. On days of spiritual significance, such as September 8 and 9, these reflections become sharper, more vivid. A tense encounter, a sudden disappointment, or a moment of doubt may reveal hidden weaknesses that have long gone unnoticed, or latent strengths waiting to be awakened. The intensity of these moments is not meant to break, but to illuminate. Each difficulty becomes a teacher, guiding attention inward, showing where patience, courage, or discernment may be required. Mindfulness provides the key to engaging with these mirrors without being swept away. By observing reactions without judgment, the mind begins to distinguish between impulse and insight. Simple practices, pausing to notice the breath in moments of tension, labeling emotions without attachment, or quietly reflecting on triggers before responding, allow challenges to be faced with clarity rather than fear. These exercises cultivate resilience, transforming reaction into conscious response and struggle into opportunity for growth. Ancient masters recognized that mastery is tested not in calm waters but in storms. The mirror of challenges reflects the depth of inner training, showing where alignment exists and where it falters. By meeting difficulties with mindful attention and measured response, one strengthens not only skill and understanding, but also the quiet fortitude that carries through life's most potent days. In this way, every trial becomes a guide, every reflection a lesson, and every challenge a doorway to deeper self-mastery. True strength begins within. It is not measured by muscle or outward display, but by the quiet resilience that carries the spirit through trials. Shaolin teachings emphasize that endurance, patience, and self-control form the foundation of this inner fortitude. Those who cultivate it do not bend easily under pressure, nor are they swayed by fear, desire, or uncertainty. Instead, they move through life with steady presence, clarity, and purpose. Spiritual resilience grows through deliberate practice. Daily routines that honor mind, body, and spirit create a reservoir of strength to draw upon during critical days. Rising early to observe the first light, even for a few minutes, grounds awareness. Meditation trains the mind to remain calm under stress, to observe thoughts without attachment, and to respond rather than react. Breath control, practiced quietly throughout the day, steadies emotion and nurtures focus. Physical discipline, through mindful movement or gentle exercise, connects the body to intention, reinforcing the link between action and inner balance. Patience is cultivated by resisting the pull of urgency. Shaolin masters teach that time itself is an ally when approached with awareness. Small, steady steps, repeated consistently, strengthen resilience far more than bursts of effort born from frustration or haste. Self-control, meanwhile, is refined through conscious observation of impulses, desires, and attachments. Recognizing these without judgment allows one to act with deliberation rather than compulsion. On spiritually potent days, such as September 8 and 9, the benefits of inner strength become clear. Challenges arise, choices must be made, and energies shift rapidly. Those who have nurtured endurance, patience, and self-control navigate these days with clarity and balance, transforming potential obstacles into opportunities for growth. By cultivating inner strength daily, one ensures that the spirit remains steady, the mind remains clear, and the heart remains aligned with purpose, even when the world presses with intensity. Surrender is often misunderstood. Many see it as weakness, as giving up in the face of challenge. Yet the Shaolin path teaches that true surrender is conscious acceptance of what cannot be controlled. It is not passive resignation, but a quiet acknowledgement of life's natural flow, paired with the readiness to act where influence is possible. In this balance lies profound strength. When the ego quiets, clarity emerges. Desire, fear, and attachment often cloud judgment, steering action toward frustration or imbalance. By releasing the need to dominate every circumstance, the mind becomes receptive to subtle guidance, intuition, timing, and insight that are otherwise obscured. Divine alignment, or the natural flow of opportunity and consequence, becomes perceptible when the heart is open and the mind is calm. Yet surrender does not preclude action. Every step, every choice remains intentional, executed with awareness and discipline rather than compulsion. The Shaolin masters often spoke of the paradox. The strongest warriors are those who yield when appropriate, who move with the moment rather than against it. They embody patience, yet strike decisively when the moment calls. This is the essence of surrender without weakness, a harmonious blending of acceptance and mastery. One observes, listens, and discerns, acting in accordance with wisdom rather than impulse. Reflection deepens this practice. Consider the challenges that arise on spiritually potent days. Some forces cannot be altered, yet the response to them can shape outcomes. By letting go of attachment to what lies beyond control, while remaining fully engaged in what is within reach, one cultivates both resilience and insight. Surrender, in this sense, is not retreat. It is the foundation for true empowerment, where mastery is expressed through deliberate, mindful action and life flows with both strength and grace. As we reflect on these teachings, it becomes clear that stillness, presence, alignment, mindful action, and inner strength are more than concepts. They are guides for living with awareness and purpose. September 8 and 9 are not ordinary days. They are sacred thresholds, moments where life invites us to step fully into conscious engagement, to honor each choice, and to move with clarity and intention. Embracing these principles allows the mind to see clearly, the heart to remain steady, and the spirit to act with discernment. By practicing stillness, guarding against impulsive reactions, aligning intention with action, and cultivating inner strength, we prepare ourselves to meet these days with wisdom rather than haste, with patience rather than fear. Each action becomes a reflection of mastery, each moment an opportunity to grow. Carry these lessons gently into your daily life. Observe, breathe, reflect, and act with purpose. Let presence guide you, and let awareness shape the path ahead. By doing so, the sacred potential of these days and every day unfolds naturally, allowing transformation to arise from mindful practice and disciplined reflection. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If these insights resonate, show your support by liking this video and subscribing to Shaolin SoulFire, where ancient wisdom meets daily life. May these teachings bring clarity, strength, and peace into your life. And may each step you take be guided by awareness, discipline, and the quiet power of mastery.